Hi guys, Chris and PJ here live in the Dream Giveaway Garage.
Big ending last night, Christopher.
Big ending for Super B. I can't wait to find out who won both of those amazing Mopars.
March 28th.
That's when we're going to know?
That's when we will know.
Hope it's one of our Facebook fans.
Yeah, that would be really fun.
That would be really, really cool.
All of our fans here, Larry West and Roger and Alan and James, yeah.
That's so cool. Well, today's a Fire It Up Friday, so we can't go home until we fire something up here, PJ.
But you're in front of two vehicles here.
In front of two, yeah, Super Chevy. Talk about the ultimate pair-up of Chevy muscle machines. Two big block Chevys, 1969. Most people would say it's the ultimate year for the Camaro. In 1970, many folks would say it's the ultimate year for the Chevelle. Hard to disagree with either one of those statements.
What would be your decision making for the Camaro or the Chevelle? The body style or the engine or the roominess?
69 for the Camaro just seemed to appeal to everybody and has become timeless, right? And 70 Chevelle, that's the last of the big hurrah for the big high compression engines like the LS6 and the LS5. So what a great year. After 1970, although Chevy had plans and Pontiac had plans, they all had great plans until the insurance companies and the government came down on them. Kind of like today. You know, we were talking about yesterday about it being the end of the era for the Mopar modern muscle car movement. There's a whole lot of M's in a row there. And it was the same thing back in 1970, the end of the era. So in 71 and 72, sure, you could go get a Camaro, you could go get a Chevelle. It wasn't the same anymore after 1970. You guys agree with that?
Well, I think Brian does. He says Chevelle all the way here.
Yeah. Well, you get both if you're the winner.
Roger says we are not firing up the Mach-E, I'm assuming.
We could. If that would make your day, Roger, we'd be more than happy to.
Alan says those heavy Chevys are amazing. Two goats. That's true.
Yeah, absolutely. And both in Cortez silver. Interiors are different. Houndstooth on that 69 and
I love
red
that
bench seat on the Chevelle. And I've talked about this before about the LS5 versus the LS6. If you're into all-out performance, and if you could afford it, the LS6 was the way to go.
Was the LS6 just a bigger engine?
No, both were 454 cubic inches, but the horsepower was a whopping 90 horsepower difference. It's because the LS6 is a solid lifter 454, hotter cam, bigger compression on it. That LS5 is a little bit detuned. Hydraulic lifters on that, 360 horsepower. But here's the thing, if you had the money to get a gentleman's muscle car in 1970, say you'd already had big block 4-speed cars, there was something very attractive about the LS5 air-conditioned car, right? We've talked about the Hurst Olds kind of being a gentleman's muscle car. And the LS5 AC 70 Chevelle SS54, which you could order with the functional cowl induction hood like this one has.
Wait, so the LS6 didn't have the AC?
LS6 could not get AC with the LS6. Could not get AC with any solid lifter Chevy engine, either small block or big block.
So
just couldn't do it.
It wasn't based on the size though, right? Because the same size engines, right?
Same size engine.
So why couldn't you get the air conditioning in the LS6?
So here's why. Warranty issues. With that LS6, they knew you were going to be doing one thing. You were going to be doing high RPMs. Yeah, you were going to be abusing that big block, and they were really concerned about putting an air conditioning system on it that they'd blow the compressors.
Oh,
so
the engine would turn faster, creating the AC unit to go faster.
Yeah, and so that's what I've heard. Have you guys ever heard a different story as to why you can never get AC on a solid lifter small block or big block back in the 60s or early 70s? If you've heard a different reason, I'd like to know what it is.
So this particular car has AC, which is good for us here, certainly in Florida.
Absolutely. Beautiful restoration on here. You can see the chalk marks on there. And so nice.
Alan says, no need for AC, you just roll down the window and go fast.
Well, that's what they call the 250 air conditioning system, right? 2 windows down at 50 miles an hour. But bum. All right, let's take a look at the inside. Been some controversy over this, whether you could get a column shift big block Chevelle. Of course you could.
You got the build sheet right here,
Of course you
Chris.
could. It's right on the build sheet. And I'm telling you, we're talking about the theme of a gentleman's muscle car, right? And this is it. I mean, you're out cruising, you've got your significant other next to you. You don't got that big wall dividing you like on the C8 Corvette. And it's just so classic. Really, really nice.
No airbags on that steering wheel, Chris.
Who are you calling an airbag, PJ?
Look at that dash, too.
Yeah, look at that. Now,
Nothing
what's
digital.
interesting
Nothing
is,
digital on that dash.
That's right. And this one was ordered without the rally gauges. Again, another option. So why would somebody order the cowl induction hood, functional cowl induction, with the big block, but no rally gauges? I don't know the answer to that. And again, if you did not order the bucket seats, this is what you got.
Now, were all the cars made to order, or were they just kind of like...
both. You could order from your dealer, or in a relationship with the manufacturer and the dealer, they would send them out to the dealers.
So could this have just been a car that was built this way? And
Well, you know
not
how we're
ordered?
going to find that out? And I like that question, PJ. It's going to say right on the build sheet, but I've got to remove the Protecto plate here. And let's see, do we see something here that says customer order? I don't see it.
This was in Georgia?
Yeah, sold new in Georgia. Sometimes on these you'll see something down here that says customer order.
There's the air conditioner right there.
Yeah, and they're LS5 454. I don't see this being a custom order, PJ.
Okay, so maybe the manufacturer just put it together,
Maybe they put it together.
and that's why there's no rally gauges. And
Yep. Yep. So there you have it. Oh, how much was it? This won't tell us, will it?
Not the
No,
build
because
sheet.
this is not a window sticker. It's
Right.
a build sheet, right?
Yeah.
Because assembly line workers didn't care about what the cost was at the dealership. They cared about what parts they had to grab from the bin when they were putting the car together. There you go. Let's fire her up, PJ.
all right.
Okay.
hang on.
So, PJ, I'm going to talk while I'm firing it up, all right?
All right. I'll get back
Okay.
there.
Let's do it.
Wow.
PJ, I was going to have you come on up. You see the cowl induction
I do see that,
right
yeah.
there? Now watch what happens. Keep the camera on the cowl induction.
All right.
Functioning. You see it working?
I do.
That's so cool.
Hold my breath back there, Chris.
That's okay. What a cool car for 1970, an SS 454. Half of the grand prize in our first ever Chevy. Make that our first ever Super Chevy Dream giveaway. PJ.
Terry says, nice throaty sound. It really does.
It really is. Yeah, it's got that typical big block dual exhaust sound on it as well. And in that case, listen, if you're just idling, doesn't matter if it's an automatic or a 4-speed, right? You still get that great sound on it.
Penk wants to know, how long will this giveaway take? I forget when this one ends.
Not till August or September. You got a while on this one.
Yep. Alan says, sounds like I'll be waking up my neighbors at 6 a.m.
Yeah,
that's a sweet
right.
sound.
We're going to get you kicked out of your condo owners association.
That's better than an alarm clock.
But you'll have the story to tell, won't you?
That's right. Clayton says, where do I come if I win the car? What state?
Well, that's interesting you should say that, because we will fly the winner to Tampa Bay, Florida, Largo, Florida, to get the keys and to get the titles. The prizes are awarded here, so it's up to you to get them back to point A to point B. Here's the other thing. We pay the federal prize tax. We don't pay the state registration. That's between you and your state if you decide to register it, right? It's a classic car. There's no saying you have to register. But if you do, that's a financial relationship between you and your DMV. We don't get involved with that.
Right. Alan says all of our giveaways do take 11 months long from the start to the end. Now this isn't just started, so it's been going for a bit. So
right,
yeah.
Right. So we got a few more months, maybe 6 more months.
Tommy says he likes your shirt, Chris.
Oh, thank you. My Rhino shirt. That's right. So you can buy one at Rhino Classifieds, and you'll get entries to win the BMW. So you can get entries on the BMW package either at Dream Giveaway, help out charity, or at Rhino and buy some swag and get your entries that way.
Yeah, and you can use that website to actually just buy and sell classified items. Yeah.
How's this shirt looking? This wonderful Chevelle, PJ?
Nah, looks great.
There you go.
Everything about this Chevelle looks good.
Well, let's kick off the weekend for everybody in style. Have a great weekend. All of our friends out there on YouTube and Facebook, and we will see you on Monday. More great fun, more great action, and more great grand prizes like 2 amazing big block Chevy muscle cars, 2-1 winner. And I hope that it's you, and I hope that it's you, and I hope that it's you. We'll see you on Monday in our favorite place on earth, the Dream Giveaway.